Okay, so today I want to go over the top 5 things for muscle growth. Let's get into it. So, first one, train. Like literally, just you have to be lifting, obviously. Now, how are you lifting? I would say for muscle growth, you need to at least be going 3 days a week. Ideally, you want to be going more than that. I personally go 6 days a week. Now, you need to obviously be hitting all your muscle groups. Stop skipping legs. Stop trying to look like a fucking chicken. Like, hit legs. Along with that, you need to be training intensely. Now, what does intensely mean? Quickly, like, at least you don't need to be training to failure. You need to be training close to failure. So if you think you could only squeak out like 1 to 2 more reps, or you just train to failure and you truly can't get any more reps, that is where you should be training to. That is adequately challenging your body and giving your body the stimulus it needs to change. Because if you don't challenge your body, if you don't give your body a reason to change, which putting on muscle growth is the change, your body's not going to change unless you give it a reason. So you need to be training, and you need to be training hard. Those are the 2 biggest things when it comes to training. I have one tip that kind of goes along with that, but we'll get to that later. Second one, protein. Now, obviously this goes along with your diet, but you should be eating somewhere between, at a minimum, if you're trying to put on muscle, 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. At a minimum. I would personally recommend somewhere closer to 1 gram. I think it's just easier, safer, because you don't want to obviously you're never going to find out. No one's going to give you like a written up report at the end of the year, like, oh, you could have put on 3 more pounds of muscle. You're not going to get that. But it's better to be safe than sorry and just try and eat that gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein. I'm 190 right now, so I'm eating like 190, 200 grams of protein. And also, there's nothing that says it's going to slow down muscle growth when you eat that much more protein, or even like just, it's not going to be harmful to you in any sense. So you might as well just eat as much protein as you can. Now, along with that, obviously comes your diet. You do need to be eating either like slightly above maintenance if you want to do like a body recomp, or what most people will do is a bulk. You need to be eating in a surplus. That's going to be somewhere in the range like 300 to 500 calories at a minimum above your maintenance calories. Maintenance calories, if you don't know, is just how many calories you burn in a day. So you just need to be eating that much with high protein. Those are the 2 dietary things that will make it so that you can actually put on muscle. The next one, sleep. Sleep is probably the most, out of the 5 things on this list, it is 100% the most neglected thing by most people in the gym community. And this is for partially because a lot of you lift late and then you'll take pre-workout, which a lot of gym rats already have too much caffeine. Then you'll also decide to do it at like 5 p.m. And then you get bad sleep and wonder why. Like, did you think 400 grams of caffeine at 5:30 was gonna allow you to go to sleep at like midnight? No, that caffeine's still in your system. And also, that's a shit ton of caffeine. Like, you can't be having caffeine that late. It's going to mess with your sleep. Personally, I have caffeine once a day. It's 2 hours after I wake up and that's it. And I do 200 milligrams for my free. That's it. But sleep is so important because, as we talked about earlier, training, that's where you're creating the stimulus for your body to change. So you're tearing the muscle, right? Sleep is where your body actually repairs the muscles and you actually grow. Technically, if you want to be technical, you don't grow in the gym. You grow during sleep. The gym, you actually are just tearing your muscles all the time. That's what you're doing. So you need to be getting to sleep. 7 to 9 hours, depends on who you are. There's like a 0.000 whatever 5. Like I know it's some small percentage. It's an extremely small percentage of people that can go on like 6 hours sleep. Odds are that's not you. You need to be getting your 7 to 9 hours, and preferably if you can get it consistently. As on, like, personally, I like to go to sleep. I go to sleep at midnight right now because I'm on my winter break. Every night, same time. Phone goes away, TV off. Does not matter what it is. I'm going to sleep at midnight. And then I wake up. I have an alarm set for 9 a.m. every day. That's my, I usually I don't fall asleep obviously immediately, but I'm getting at least like 7.5 to 8 hours every night. Genuinely, you also just feel so much better. Like, it's so crazy how many little things you can do. You'll just feel so much better. So if you want to see muscle growth, as I told you, you actually grow during sleep. So you need to be getting that sleep. If you aren't getting that sleep, you're just constantly tearing the muscles and like maybe a tiny bit of repair, but then you're tearing it even more the next day. and you're not actually making any growth. There's a chance if you really were getting bad sleep, you're actually just making it worse every day and making your body worse overall. The next one goes right along with sleep. Rest. You need to have adequate rest. The amount of people that just overtrain constantly. Like, are you still gonna make gains? Yes, 100%. If you're training for 2.5 hours, 7 days a week, you're going to see growth. But you could see a lot more growth and spend less time in the gym and have more time to do other things. Now, obviously, a lot of us love the gym, so we enjoy spending our time. But you need to be adequately resting. Now, that doesn't mean you have to have complete rest days like every other day or something. Personally, what I do is I do a push-pull leg split, kind of. And then on that 4th day, so after I do push-pull legs, I'll either do the split again and then take a rest day, or maybe I'll put a rest day in there. And sometimes that just means like a lighter day for me. So like a couple days ago, my rest day was I just did like 4 sets of 2 extra. No, sorry, not 4 sets. I did 4 total sets, 2 exercises, 2 sets. I just did a little core work, and that's it. Maybe if you like playing basketball, soccer, whatever it is, I don't really care. Just doing some active recovery like that, which is not something maybe you normally do. Maybe you just go to the gym and do some light cardio. And then every once in a while, I will do a true rest day where I don't work out, I don't exercise, I truly just do nothing. But your body needs to recover. As I gave in the example before, where like if you're just tearing your muscles constantly but not giving them time to repair, you're just causing more damage than you're actually doing. You need to give your body adequate time to rest. Rest is so crucial. So that kind of goes along with sleep, where it's like just building in some amount of time to rest. Go watch a show, go watch some sports. I don't care what you do, just rest. Do some rest. Okay, and the last one, and honestly this tip goes with all of these, is consistency. Consistency is going to be key when it is talking about health, fitness, strength, gains, cutting. I don't care what it is. If it's related to health and fitness, consistency is going to be key every single time. If you trained all the time, but then you're never getting your protein, you're not getting your protein consistently, you're not going to see gains. Like, it doesn't matter what it was on this list. If it's training, protein, sleep, rest, whatever it is, you need to be consistent. Or you're going to be consistently not seeing gains. Like, it's a very simple in that sense, where like you just have to be consistent. So set up a set number of days you are going to the gym each week. Not like, oh, I try and go to the gym. I hate when people say that. When I start talking to people about the gym, and they're like, yeah, no, I try and go 3 days a week. So I'm like, well, do you go 3 days a week or do you not? Did you go 2 days the past 2 weeks, 1 day the week before, and then the week before that you went 3 days? You've been trying? Like, trying is cool, but if you want to see progress, you need to be consistent. I try to go to the gym 6 days a week, and I consistently go 5 days a week. It's like a 1 day thing where occasionally I'll build in that extra rest day for myself. But my consistency is still more than what most people are doing. And I know I'm going 5 days. Like, that's not even question. Same thing with protein. I can't lie to you. I've been eating I eat the same breakfast every day. And then I have 3 other meals I cook for myself in total. So I have 3 meals that get spaced out between lunch and dinner every day. So I'm gonna have 2 of those 3 meals every single day. I'm eating I wouldn't say it's a boring diet. I actually really enjoy all 3 meals, but like that's all I'm eating right now because I'm trying to cut and I'm going to be consistent. Like, when you break it down and honestly live almost like a more boring lifestyle, it is just so much easier to actually stay consistent to see those goals. Same thing like with sleep, how I told you, if you go to sleep at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every day, 1, it's easier to sleep. You'll get better sleep. But 2, it's so much easier to stay consistent. Because your body doesn't have to figure out like, oh, am I supposed to go to sleep right now? Because it's only 10:30, but tomorrow you apparently have to wake up at like, let's say 6 a.m. or 6:30, but your body doesn't know that. You know that mentally. Like, your body and your circadian rhythm don't know that. And then the next night you don't go to sleep till 2 a.m. and then you wake up at 10. Like, that confuses your body. That's why if you can stick and be on a consistent sleep schedule, it'll be so much better. Same thing with rest. Like, going through all of these, consistency is honestly what brings it all together. That's why I put it last, just because I wanted to get through everything and show you that, like, with all of these things, you just need to be consistent. All right. With that said, those are, in my opinion, and I think almost everyone else would agree, the 5 most important things for muscle growth. There is also steroids, but we stay natty over here. Steroids would definitely help too, but stay natty. All right, those are my 5 things. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, send this to someone else, send this to your gym bro that's trying to get big, and I'll catch you on next Sunday at 5 p.m. Catch you there.